This is just going to be a follow-up video on the Rockwood GeoPro 14FK. There is supposed to be a spare tire under there. I did take it off. It does tighten and loosen using the tool to raise and lower the feet from right here. The spare tire did actually start to come down, so this got loose while I was traveling to Maine, and a very nice person let me know. So not knowing what else to do, I just took the whole spare tire off and put it in my car for right now until I can have that addressed. Not a big deal, but a screw came out here. This is the radio. I can get the radio portion of it to work. I cannot get the Bluetooth to work. I cannot get the USB to work. The speakers are so-so. I'll probably trade those out with something different. But I did call about the stereo system not working so that they can either help me with that or fix it, one or the other. I did download an app for my phone to try and connect it. That didn't work either. This is more air conditioning than 80 square feet needs for this trailer. It absolutely is bone chilling, which is very nice when it's plugged in. I'm not really using this trailer for campground usage for the most part. It'll be nice once in a while, I suppose. The refrigerator, this either works off of AC power or propane, which is really nice. I did have it out for a week and a half in Maine and New Hampshire. Inside of this closet, if you can see, there's actually a coat hanger rack, which honestly I find pretty useless. So the cabinet's right underneath the refrigerator. I found these cheap little shelves from Walmart. And those are also baskets from Walmart. Right there. I just have to get a second one. I'm going to use that for storage instead. And there's a little space over here. That's the table post, which I really don't have a use for the table, so I'm not using it. And then just a little sweeper down there. But I feel like this utilizes that space a lot better. I decided to glam out my bed a little bit. It's hard to see. Yes, I got some fluffy pillows for my camper. On top of the cushions here, I actually put a foam mat and then a down bed, and then all this is a queen size sheet over it. You can see the queen size sheet is a little bit big, but the full size was too small. So we went with this, and it is very, very soft. I've put in a few baskets here. They're all stuck down with the command adhesive strips. Hung up my coffee press, coffee pots, pot, some shelves up here. That one's not held down at all. That one can move. And that's just to free up some of the space that was up here that was completely full. Small trash can fits under the kitchen sink. This is the Convection Microwave, to which I have not had a chance to use. Cooking's not really my thing. The 3 propane burners up here are plenty for me. But it does make for some great plate and bowl storage, and some cups in there too. I did actually have the chance to use the shower in here. Toilet works great. There's some storage back here. One annoying thing about the storage is, unlike outside where there's a magnet to hold the door up, this just wants to swing down, so anytime you want to get in there, you have to sort of use your head to hold it up. Not a big deal, but just saying, I might try and figure that out. I used a command adhesive basket here that I can throw my toilet paper in, or shampoo. Anyway, going back to the shower, it worked really well. Had nice hot water. Wet myself down and then, soaped up and rinsed off, and it was great. Almost like being at home, but not. There's also an electric operated fan up here, which you can close it open it and turn that on to vent your shower while you're taking one. This grate in the back, it completely came off. Like the screws aren't, there's only 2 screws holding it on, one on either side in the middle. I did also contact the RV dealership regarding that, about having that at least reinforced, longer screws, whatever it is they want to do to fix it is fine with me. I don't really care. Also, up in this back corner up there, you can't really tell, and I'm not going to take everything apart, but I did add another piece of Velcro up there because otherwise there was only 2. One here and one over there. So anytime you would sit on the mattress, it would pull up from the back. So in order to alleviate that problem, I did a couple things. First of all, I've got, I put everything on top of the cushions to begin with, but also I have a foam mat under here and then just a straight board that goes over here under the seat. It just helps keep everything a little bit more stable, so when I sit on it, I no longer have that problem with the cushions popping up, and it's wicked comfortable. But under here, I just use for storage. I'm not going to block those vents, obviously, if I have the heat on or if I'm doing something, but while I'm traveling, I chuck a bunch of my camping stuff under there. Hey, so I have had a couple issues with the trailer here and there. The small issues are the screws coming loose. Bigger issue, within a few days of getting it, the water pump wasn't working. So I was able to get it back in pretty quick to the dealership, and they ended up having to replace the water pump. They changed a few things and then ended up replacing it. I don't remember their reason why. That works now, no problem. The issue with the spare tire is a little concerning to me. No one ever said, hey, check and make sure that your tire is tight every so many miles or whatever. That thing almost fell off. It would have been probably pretty tragic if that had fallen off while I was driving. Thankfully that didn't happen. I just took it off the trailer, threw it in the back of my car, and figured I'd just deal with it later. So I will be bringing it back to the dealership to have them look at that. I don't think that the trailer is made poorly. I think that, like any new item in this trailer, to my knowledge, has only been out for about a year. They're going to have their issues. So as long as the dealership is willing to, make it right, then it's fine with me. I'd still recommend this trailer to somebody who wants something more than a towable bed. It definitely was nice to come back to a trailer that had a hot shower, or, a nice stove I could cook a nice meal at, or whatever. There was obviously plenty of places for me to store my stuff, and it was a comfortable place to sleep. It was nice to, be out of the wet, to have screens from the bugs and whatever. So anyway, if anyone ever has any questions, just send me a line and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. I had the trailer out for a whole week, and all week it lasted on 1 battery charge, whatever trickle charge it got from the solar panels, which it rained all week. I can't imagine if it got anything. It was a lot. The 26-gallon freshwater tank was more than enough for just me. The gray tank and the black water tank, again, no issues. Didn't have to deal with it at all on the trip. The hot water heater worked exceptional. I was actually surprised how hot the water got and how fast it got hot. Still figuring it out. I'm new to travel trailers and towing anything in general, so this is all a new world for me. But when I was looking for information, I was really frustrated that I couldn't find anything. No owner reviews. I started to wonder if there was anyone else out there who owned this. And actually, while I was camping in New Hampshire, the people in the site next to me had a GeoPro, and I was really excited. I was going to go over the next morning and talk to them about what they thought. And I went over the next morning, and sadly they had already departed, so I wasn't able to talk to them. So it was kind of a bummer, but it was neat to see somebody else who did own it and who was enjoying it. So anyway, that's it for now.